What's up, y'all? Benty here. We out here chilling in ASTD today, bro. We actually been asked, in regards to our loadout, units and whatnot, um, if we can solo all raids, how do we do X raid? How do we specifically do X raid, right? So we've been asked to solo a Numa raid. For whatever reason, people have been using my loadout. Look, bro, I'm telling you, this is just my loadout that I kind of came up with as of, trial and error, just throwing different things together. This is the most efficient loadout for me. Now, I'm not saying it's the best overall or nothing. So y'all are free to use what you want, bro. But I mean, for y'all using my loadout, props to you. I appreciate you, chiming in and checking it out and whatnot. Um, but for some reason, man, I've been getting a lot of people saying that they've been struggling to solo a Numa raid. Now I get it. I get it. It's a big raid. Okay, it's a wave. It's a 19 wave raid, and if I remember correctly, that raid the units kind of press up on you pretty fast. So what we're going to do today is simply go up into a Numa raid and show y'all how Benty solos that raid with this loadout, which all of y'all have at this point by now. I've got videos up on how to get all this stuff. Again, if y'all don't have Mochi, swap them out with Mr. Wax. If you don't have Pizza Girl, swap her out with Jeff. Like I said, those will be the only two things that I would recommend swapping out. Y'all should already know how to get the Azure Orb based on my Siege and Extreme videos, and getting Nullifier Special. I've already posted a Gauntlet video on how you guys can obtain that as well. So, that being said, we're going to go up into a Numa raid solo, and we're going to solo it for you guys. And this isn't a full tutorial or nothing like that. This is just to show y'all how I would process soloing that raid myself, which I have plenty of times, as you see here. We got plenty of hero swords, bro. Like, I've not even wanted to upgrade Sage King. He's still sitting in my inventory. I think I need like 11 of them, if I'm not mistaken. Sage King. Yeah. So we're going to need 11 of them. So technically, I'll be getting a ninth one here. But I mean, past that, bro, we're going to go ahead and solo a Numa raid for y'all. And then in regards to this video as well, we'll also solo another one that I've been getting a lot of questions about as well. But we'll leave that one as a secret raid for the moment. That way we can get through a Numa and you guys got something to look forward to. So that being said, let's go do this. A Numa. I guess we're going to show y'all how to get Heavenly Duo today. Let's do it. All right. So here's my first question. If y'all are solo, are y'all always running times 3, times 2, times 1? What do you specifically run solo on your raids? That's what I want to know. Because for me, I'm running times 1 until I feel like I am in a comfortable spot to not have to worry about it. Right now, nothing's coming through, so I'm going to make it times 3 just to get the next wave started so I can get my unit down. There we go. And obviously we go with our GOAT Nullifier, and we actually control him, folks. This is what I love this game for. We're going to control Nullifier Special just to make sure that we can keep these units back for the moment. So the bread and butter of my build is being able to maximize your time and game through the first few waves by controlling your unit to get what you need to level up your unit. So in a sense, once we get Nullifier Special to 6, at that point, I feel comfortable enough to stop soloing. Or not soloing, to stop controlling. But right now, I know that this raid is a very heavy raid, and we're going to control as long as we need to. And then, like I said, until I feel comfortable of when I don't need to control. Now, the benefit of Nullifier Special, if you set them to last, folks, which is what I'm doing now, and you upgrade them to stage 4, whatever he's going to be hitting at that point is actually in the back. So when they get to about here, I know it seems like they're the first unit, but they're actually the last unit because they're behind him, right? So if you're not controlling your unit, make sure you get a nullifier down and you set him to last. This one I'm going to keep set to last just for that purpose, but we're going to go ahead and get another one down here shortly. Go ahead and reactivate. Oh, never mind. It actually activated itself. That's cool. So we're going to go ahead and get another one down here, and we're going to go ahead and keep pumping up pizza and idle. And we're gonna keep slamming, bro. That's all this is we keep rotating. We keep rotating, making sure that everything is dying like it's supposed to when it's supposed to. 9 times out of 10, if y'all lose, it's because these deaccelerates get through. I understand it. I do. Um, deaccelerates are, the bane of most people's existence when it comes to the raids anyway, unless it's controllers. Um, or cloners, not controllers. Um, But as long as you can manage them, then that's cool. Another benefit of setting nullifier special here to last, if you go away from the wave, whatever's in front of you is what you're going to hit. I know, again, having it set to first or closest is also a benefit to that, but there's also the chance that you don't, as you see there, hit everything that you're looking at. That's why your positioning and where you're standing is also a benefit to you actually being able to hit all those units. Now we're a little bit short right now in regards to cash flow. By wave 7, I would say you'd want to kind of be pressing up, getting them 6. We still could this wave, especially since we're clearing by last anyway. I'm gonna go over here and clear this because this is a lot of money. Yep, see there. So last, I was too close. It didn't hit the regenerates in front. They still have full health. But now we hit those. And boom. So now we're at 19.6. Got his upgrade for that. So now we're going to keep controlling this one nullifier special that we're on. Okay. And we're going to keep pushing them back. Now see here, it hit these guys over here as I was hitting here. That's why we got to go a little bit away from what we're wanting to hit, being last. Because as you see, we're still missing units and whatnot. So this raid is a bit finicky when it actually lets you hit what you want. But for the most part, once they get to this peak here, you can stand here and it's either going to hit left or hit right, right? So we're going to hit all that on the left now, and then we're going to be able to catch all this in front of us. Just like so. Go ahead and level up this nullifier special as well. And now we got all of that. Cool, cool. So, yeah, we're really out here just chilling, beating a Numa raid like it's nothing. I mean, I get the struggle. I don't know exactly why others struggle with this raid and especially doing it solo, but it's not that deep, bro. It's not that deep. Now you'll come into this situation where it says new wave, obviously because it's a big raid and you got a lot out here. Do not press next wave so suddenly, because for one, if you do, it'll say too many enemies. What you actually want to do is keep controlling like I am now. Keep putting in points to idle and pizza girl as you can, and actually kill most of this that you possibly can. Just controlling. That way, whenever you do get to a point where we can press yes on this message, it instantly starts the next wave. If not, you'll run into a situation where you press yes, but it's going to not skip the wave, and you'll have to still kill all the enemies. That's what's going to happen if you guys get to a certain point. You have to actually kill majority of the map before that happens. And I'll show you what I'm talking about in just a second. We're going to go ahead as well and put down the Evil Shade here as well, because obviously we know he is our GOAT in any situation of raids or infinite or story mode. Like I said, bring him. He is slept on. If you're not using him, then I promise you, you're missing out. But we got him down there. He doesn't have levels or nothing right now, which is cool. We're looking here. All right, so everything's kinda in its own lane now. Now we can go ahead and press yes, and now to skip the wave, as you see, and give us our money. Right. So that's what we want. So we're going to again keep going ahead here, leveling up Pizza Girl. Always get her to upgrade number 9. Upgrade number 9. That's where we stop her. And then obviously we got to keep pumping Idol to upgrade 14. You can definitely guaranteed get 14 on Idol. You can even get higher than that most of the time with Idol. In any situation, but upgrade 14 is a very good number to go for with Idol because it gives you the most profit for what you put into her, and it doesn't let you go too overboard when it comes to your gain. Um, so we skipped there putting upgrades into her to just get the points of him. Um, we'll go ahead and put the rest into her. And we're like I said, we'll keep on controlling, keep on chilling. Now again, I probably could have stopped controlling long ago. This is just how I like to play. So for y'all that don't like to do this, you could probably had to stop controlling by the point that it was, wave 9 or whatever it was, and we were just waiting for the game to catch up with all the enemies that we needed to kill and whatnot. That's probably when you could have actually stopped controlling, to be honest. But I personally, I like to keep controlling my unit till I actually feel like I just got it down packed. And not that I don't feel like I got it down packed right now, but they're still pushing up, and there's barely gaps between them. I'd at least like to get idle 214 before I stop controlling, which should be soon anyway. Actually, it might be this wave now. There we go. All right. So idle's 14. I'll go ahead and stop controlling, and what I'll do is I'll put Mochi, and then we'll make sure that we can at least now actually chillax a little bit, because Mochi is going to provide that wax slow that we need. So now we can actually times 3 this as well, since now we know we have idle up and we have Mochi's out. We're just going to wait till we get the extra 10k and let this game kind of carry itself now. That's all we're doing, bro. So I would say for anyone struggling, which if you are, it is what it is, okay? No, nothing bad about it, okay? It happens. But for anyone struggling with raids and using this loadout specifically, I would recommend that you learn to just play on times 1 until you can see that everything is managed. And then when you feel like you can actually progress, the waves without needing to be on times 1 and controlling the units, then switch it to times 3 or whatever you guys are going to do. Okay? Because as you see now, we are chilling. Like honestly, we're chilling. There's nothing I had to do truly. I'm going to do more, obviously, but that's it. So now that we have Evil Shade up, it's a guaranteed deal. It's a guaranteed win. We put up the ability Dragon Absorption, so now it's just pretty much GG from that point. So we have 3 Mochis out right now. What we're going to do is fill up the back end here to help out Evil Shade with the rest of our nullifier specials. And I actually have a specific split when it comes to my loadout and the way I use it. So every 19 wave raid, doesn't matter what it is, right? Every 19 wave raid, I always have 1 evil shade, because that's all you can have, right? You have 1 evil shade down. Then you have all 8 of your nullifier specials. So we're going to be getting 2 more here, right? And then you have only 4 Gojos, and you have 3 Mochis down. Obviously, you got your pizza and your idol down. But that is my split when it comes to any raid that is a 19 wave raid. Because you'll see here, once I get everything down, and there's the last nullifier special, we'll go up here. So we're actually going to check real quick idol's buff. Here we go. So we'll make sure that they're in the buff range. There we go. Boom. And boom, 4 Gojos. And then, like I said, we'll put down the 3rd Mochi. I usually put him in around the nullifier specials just because I know that the other 2 up out in the front, they both cover one covers two lanes, the other covers two lanes. The central point is here. So if they get past the mochis and whatnot out here, obviously we want to make sure they're still slowed. So I put them usually around the other nullifier specials just to make sure that he's lapping with the other range. Now there is a little section there as well where he also lap or crosses the other Mochi's range, and that's pretty much it. But as you see, we got 4 Gojos down. Boom. Max units reach. So this is always my split for any 19 wave raid, bro. I always put down, obviously, 1 Evil Shade. You can put down the 8 Nullifier Specials, 4 Gojos, 3 Mochis. Obviously, we have Pizza Girl down, and we have Idol down. Now, Evil Shade's ability is already up. Gojos are ready to time stop, Mochis are already maxed out, and Nullifiers are all at level 6 like they're meant to be. Pizza Girl again, level 9. Idol again, level 14. This is it, bro. This is how I solo all raids. That I can use this build in. This is how I solo all raids. That I can use this build in. So, right now, we're going to let him walk up in here a little bit, and boom. Auto activate, and let it go off. Boom. Auto activate, and let it go off. Boom. Auto activate. We might have messed up there. Let it go off. Boom. Auto activate. So we'll see if that timing on that third one was there, but he should still, nope. So we did mess it up. So the evil shade, I actually clicked on him, I think, and wasn't able to be successful in that rotation. But it's all good. We'll show y'all even with the messed up time stop that when we reactivate it and whatnot, we can get it back to where it's supposed to be. And we still are able to successfully beat this raid. So even with me messing up something so dire as a time stop, this raid is still soloable. So now we go. Time stops are done. 9.34 billion, 9.21 billion. Buddy over here is getting smacked first. For whatever reason, this lane is, I guess, the first or the closest. I don't know. But he's always the first to die. Okay, he's always the first to die. This guy here is always a second, and then this guy here is always a third. Um, in any way that you do this raid, that's usually the way that it goes, unless, like I said, you're making your units do different things and whatnot. But as you can see, all of our notifier specials are targeting this guy, except for this one, because this one here we have him set to last. So we'll go ahead and set him like everyone else and set him to first. And because we do that, he should switch position. Did he do it already? Yeah, he did it already. So now he's over here attacking this one as well. So, I mean, this is how I solo all raids, to be honest. I mean, I don't know how else to really tell you or make it, known. Um, but this loadout, this build, like I said, it's not the most efficient. I'm sure there's better setups and whatnot that people do use, etc., for different raids just to make them easier. But I've never actually lost any raid that I've soloed with this build. Okay, so I will at least say that I've never lost any raid I've soloed with this build after I got in everything down that I needed to. Now, if you put down everything that you need to do and you just lose, you need to switch up your build, bro. Okay? Use this loadout. I'm sure you can manage getting this setup. Because there are setups that just will lose raids. Actually, this guy's going to die first for whatever reason, even though he's closer. I could set them the closest, but we'll just let him die. I mean, it is what it is. But yeah, like I said, there's hardly any situation in a raid where I lose it unless I'm playing with other people, which is ironic considering you would think playing with other people, well, you would just win the raids with my type of build and setup. Well, the thing is, they can do things that alter the gameplay in a sense that may be unfavorable to your loadout. So if you're using something like, I don't know, Leafa for buff, and someone's out there buffing with Idol, well, now you have less damage in a raid that has multiple people in it and the enemy scaled because someone's buffed with Idol instead of letting the Leafa user, put up the buff. Um, or situation where someone tries to cycle time stop with Gojo with you, or someone's using Nightmare and they're now using Slow, or Blackbeard and they're using Slow over Mochi's Wax Slow. Like, you can lose raids playing with people far more than you can playing solo. Okay? Because like I said, we're out here in Anuma playing solo, and as y'all see, we're legit chilling. Like, we only got this one guy to go. He's the last one. Everyone's focused on him. He does still have a pretty good trek. I know you can't say because Idol's over it, but he got to go from here all the way down here, right? Now, again, he's out of Mochi's range up here. I can easily build two more Mochis back here just to give extra damage, but I'm telling y'all right now, I don't need to. He's just gonna die based on what I have out here already. Granted, Mochi does do a pretty good amount of damage, and especially when he's in buff, you know, I mean, he's doing 841k, and he's always riding that wax slow. But one Mochi is efficient enough to wax slow pretty much an entire lane by itself. So a single boss walking through, I'm not worried about it. I'm not worried about the extra damage at all. So that being said, like I said, I don't use Aizen, however you pronounce it. I'm sure those of you that do use him, you're just probably get into a raid where you're playing where people hope that they can survive 8 waves, all the way up to 19 till the boss comes, and then you are just looking to use that ability. I don't need Aizen. I'm out here soloing 3 9 billion bosses with these. Bro, I'm chilling. Okay, this is what I'm saying. So, yeah, I mean it's not that deep for me, bro. It's not that deep for me, and it shouldn't be that deep for y'all if y'all are using the right setup. Now, return doesn't actually work, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just leave and I'm gonna go to servers and I'm gonna just go to my private server over here. They've changed the UI because now I think Roblox Plus is out. Obviously, us being a premium member, always we converted to Plus as a free trial, and it's just gonna go as it is anyway. But you also check out the features and whatnot from that. But there you go. That was the Enuma raid. We're going to go in here to a different raid so y'all can see the same setup, but more of a um, ease of use, like how easy I make it seem. It's actually that easy. So we'll go into, let's go into Malevolent raid. We'll go in that raid, okay? So this right here is obviously going after Sukuna and getting him. Obviously, he is a quote-unquote meta unit for Gauntlet, so if y'all don't have him, this would be a good raid for y'all to come do. We're going to show y'all how to solo this raid as well, just to get another raid out for you guys. Now, here's the benefit of this raid. It's such a big map, and I know they have to go like crazy distance to even get to here, that I can actually just run this raid on times 3. This raid I'm instantly comfortable running on times 3 because it's so big. When it's an Enuma raid or something that's got, shorter lanes or shorter distance to the defend, that's when you got to really kind of pay attention and run things on times 1, control, etc. Look, there's none of that with this raid. So check it out. We're actually going to run it on times 3 the whole way through. No stops, no controls. And this is how I solo this raid with my build. So we're going to go ahead and put down a nullifier here. And we're going to go ahead and activate. Get our Pizza Girl next upgrade ready. And we're going to put another point to idle. Two points in the nullifier, one in the pizza, and then another one in the idle. Now, here's the thing with this raid. Put you a nullifier back here just to play cleanup, just because. Always be better safe than sorry. One can handle it up here once you get him to upgrade 6, but until then, put you an extra one back there just to make sure that y'all don't die. Everything else would be fine. And we will eventually sell him and push him up as well, really after we get this upgrade. So now we know that the one nullifier special can actually clean up and clear everything. And so we'll just leave it as it is. And we'll upgrade him at the back here. Because again, having 2 out is always a good thing anyway. And that's really where your comfort zone is when it comes to raiding with this build. Is having 2 nullifier specials out that both have upgrade 6 upgrades. Or at least 2 upgrade 6 upgrades. We're really floating all this coming out. I mean, it's just you can't skip this. You have to just let it kind of die down. Same thing with you controlling in the Numa. You have to literally let this kind of die down before you can skip. So just remember that. We got Pizza Girl up to level 9 already. So we're cooking and chilling with that. Okay. Once this dies a little bit, I'll wait till the meat of this dies, which it should die in just a second here with both of them hitting. There we go. So now I should be able to skip wave and it goes instantly to the next one. Cool. So now we can go ahead and keep focusing again. Idle to level 14. We're going to go ahead and put Evil Shade out here. Just making sure that he's in the range. Obviously, make sure that he's in range, folks. You cannot actually sell him if you misplace, and you can't sell Idle. So just make sure that he's in range wherever you place him. That's all I'm saying. And there's Idle's last upgrade. So now we just pump again, all into Evil Shade. And Evil Shade's wave clear is very good for what it is. So that being said, we can now go ahead and actually sell both of our nullifier specials and move them up with him in correspondence to where his range kinda is as well. Which he has a little bit further range than them, but that's where you want to put your nullifier specials. You want to put them kinda with Evil Shade. So we'll just sit there and let them cook for a little bit. We can't skip this wave, unfortunately. Now, I'm not saying go out here and, you know, just throw units down like I am and, just think that it's going to work. Actually understand what you're placing down, where they're going to hit. Like, placement is key, bro, in tower defense games. I would say placement is number 1 key. Number 2 key is your unit's range. If they're not in range to hit what you're trying to kill, regardless of your placement, you're not going to be efficiently wave clearing. See what I'm saying? So I would say understand the unit's range and know where they're going to hit, what they can hit, etc. And then worry about, again, their placement, making sure they're all buffed up, making sure they're all in range of each other so nothing is missed getting past you. Like, it's a tower defense game, bro. It's not super deep. So I honestly, to me, I don't understand how people don't just solo all raids anyway. Um, I get it if your units are under leveled or you just don't have the right units or something like that, but like, no, bro, this game is so easy. Just like any tower defense game, you just have to know your placements and your units. So right now at this very moment, we are literally not even need to do much of anything else, but again, we're go ahead and put down our main split. 1 Evil Shade, 8 Nullifier Specials, 4 Gojos, 3 Mochis. And once that is all down, I pretty much can walk away if I wanted to. There's nothing that would stop me from winning this game. Unless you're playing, like I said, with other people, and they're using Sukuna's ability and destroying the stuff. That can kill your game. I've seen that happen, and I don't necessarily like that. But that can kill your game, definitely. And we'll just, like I said, put another Mochi back here. I always like to put them around the nullifiers and whatnot. The other two are just solely the crowd control what's in front for Evil Shade to just keep slapping out there, right? Um, the only thing left as y'all know, is them four Gojos. So we'll put them next to Evil Shade as far up as we can because they're going to overlap his range anyway just because of their mass range. Like, yeah, it's not too crazy that they overlap, but they overlap enough. And now we have absolutely everything down. We can't put anything else down. Max units reached. So now we can also skip this wave because pretty much everything died. All the Gojos are leveled up to 5 like they're supposed to be. Evil Shade is 8. All the nullifiers are 6. Idols obviously 14. Mochis are all maxed, and Pizza Grill has 9. The only thing now in this raid I have to do is actually just get my time stops. And it's GG, bro. Like, that's it. So, I do I do hope that this was able to assist you guys in soloing at least Enuma and Malevolent. If I get other requests for other raids, I will do those as well. Um, I don't necessarily see myself needing to just go into raids and doing them, but I'm always helping people. If you see me in a lobby, you see me in a game, something like that that I join into, definitely ask me, yo, Bensi, can you help me with this raid? I'll come through and I'll help you, bro. Like I do that often for a lot of different people. I've even carried Sinjin Extreme for people that watched that video but still couldn't do it for themselves because of their own reasons. I go through and I still help them, and I can do that. I can definitely carry in Sinjin Extreme with multiple people as well. So if y'all are still needing orbs and whatnot, Azure Orb, we can probably go into, the boss rush and hope we get lucky in there and to get right units and whatnot. I'll go play game modes with y'all, bro. Like that's what I do. I play with people, I help, and we grind and chill. That's all I've ever done. But this raid's pretty much a donezo. I'm just waiting for. Well, I mean, really, he's going to be the only boss in the range. So I guess I'm going to wait for him to get in range, and I'm going to start time stopping, and then it's a done deal. I'm going to start with the Gojo that's in the furthest back, so now he's in range. Let's see if I can get this first try. Alright, and stopped, activate, stopped, activate, stopped, activate, stopped, activate. GG. First try. So, that's pretty much how you solo raids with this build, bro. I mean, like I said, it's not too deep. There's no use or reason that I need to use Aizen or Aizen. I don't know how you pronounce him. There's no reason for me to use him. And my build itself is able to solo, again, absolutely every raid that you can go into with your own loadout. If it's a unit specific raid or a preset raid, obviously you have to use those units or whatever the raid gives you. But if you get a chance to take whatever you want into a raid and just, go after it, you can use this build and solo any raid in this game, bro. Okay? You can solo any raid in this game. You can go into Infinite and definitely push past 100 with this build. Just make sure you get Evil Shade up to his final upgrade. And only use that final move whenever you're kind of about to die or whatever, because it's a nuke for 12 billion. And it applies the Black Flames to everything, and he does way more damage to everything in that aspect. Like, I push 120 myself in Infinite, just chilling, with this build. For Gauntlet, you don't want to use this build because obviously there's more efficient builds for Gauntlet that give you more time, which is why y'all are in there. But this build specifically, if you're, using it in general, you can run stories, you can run infinite, you can run any raid, you can run pretty much anything that is in the game that's not Gauntlet. Okay? This setup solos everything that's not Gauntlet. It can solo gauntlet as well. It's just not efficient in regards to the time that you get. Because again, I got a whole video about that, and you guys should go check that out. How I got 50,000 seconds in gauntlet solo just chilling. Obviously, like I said, I know there's people out here that get 100,000, 200,000. Look, bro, I'm not trying to be in a single mode for hours. Not solo. Like I look when I go thing and do things like that. I'm in Bee Swarm Simulator. I've got the macro up, using Natro macro, and I'm just letting it go. You know what I mean? For a tower defense game, I'm not trying to sit there and let that just be sitting on my PC all day. You know what I mean? No one is for a tower defense game. But as you see, bro, yeah, I mean, this is the Malevolent raid. Look, there's nothing else I could tell you about my build. You see it for yourself. That's all I'm saying. So that's how y'all solo any raid with this build. Till then, y'all take care. Peace, peace.